Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Last week, Toby and I were in the New York metropolitan area for Thanksgiving with our family. And one of the days before Thanksgiving, we went to the city and we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. There was a special exhibit of 13th century art that had a lot of Christian iconography. And so there were a lot of those pictures that you're well aware of, the kind of gold background and pictures of religious figures as well as angels. And it was beautiful and represented a type of plateau in the development of art. One of the things that I was thinking about was the fact that we don't have any art from that period of time. The art was frowned upon because of the fear that it would be worshipped. But in a lot of these paintings, there were angels. And although we don't have pictures of angels, we do have a sense of angels from the Torah and from other books of the prophets, that there were experiences with angels that the biblical figures had. And these angels, I don't think, were taken literally by any of the commentaries of our past, and they're not taken literally by us, but rather they're metaphoric and they represent messengers from God. This week we are reading about these angels that come down from a ladder from heaven to Jacob when Jacob is having his dream. It's a very, very well-known image that all of us carry about Jacob and early biblical history. And I wanted to mention something about that. Because although that we're not literalists, I think many of us may have had experiences in our lives where we felt certain people were angels to us because of when they came into our lives and perhaps the advice they had to give, or maybe it was the love that they extended, but they brought comfort and they brought hope at a time when we really might have needed just that comfort and hope. In our congregation this past month, or the month of November, we called it Mitzvah Month, and we had hundreds and hundreds of people that were volunteering to do service in the community. The number actually of people that we had were 5,000 people engaged in over 112 events. Think about that. And what those people are doing is they're making real in the community an obligation to live in a religious way. It's not through ritual, it's not through prayer, but it's through showing responsibility for other human beings, and particularly those who are underserved. All of this programming comes under the auspices of what we call TLC, which is not just tender loving care, but tzedakah, limud, and chesed, and something that we speak about a lot because it's so important. The importance is measured not just in the work that they do in feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, helping people with issues of literacy and different types and special needs people, which is primary, but it's also very important for those who do the work because they feel that they are actually empowered to do what we might call God's work, and that is to improve the condition of human beings. The angels came to Jacob to give him hope for the future, and he received that message from them. In our congregation, we have this person who everybody seems to know for very good reason, that's Summer Fairman, who directs TLC, and she administers and she structures the programs that so many people respond to. And we're going to be continuing doing that, obviously, way into the future, and certainly the month ahead, which is a month where, because of the holidays, people do take giving very seriously. Within this project, I just want to tell you that there were 900 new volunteers, and amongst those were 375 teenagers who experienced doing this kind of work. And it's really important that they experience doing this work as representatives of the B'nai Torah congregation. They did this work as Jews who understood that to live a Jewish life really is to live a life of action. It's the halakha l'maaseh, the things that we do that makes a difference. And I hope that we can continue to grow this. I have an idea for our teenagers that needs some support. If you are interested in supporting a program, don't hesitate to get in touch with me and we'll talk about it. But additionally, there's something else I want to tell you about regarding this past week. There's so much programming going on, and we've been very fortunate to have a very special leader in the American Jewish community, whose name is Stephen Weil, Rabbi Stephen Weil, who's the director of the FIDF, the Friends of IDF. He was here yesterday, Thursday at 2 o'clock. He'll be here next Thursday also at 2 o'clock, and the following Thursday he'll be speaking in the evening. He has a wealth of information, and he created a perspective on what's going on with the war that was a very important perspective, at least for me to hear, and I hope that you'll join us next Thursday. He's an extraordinary speaker, an extraordinary human being, and really a leader in the Jewish world. In any case, I'll see you this Shabbat, Parshat Vayetze. We will hear from the former chancellor of the Jewish Theological Seminary of America, Arnie Eisen. He's going to speak about his new book, where he transitions from being the sociologist of American Jewry to being a theologian. God bless you all. Shabbat Shalom.